Welcome to the BFF Report. My name is Mike, the aka Phony, and today we're going to talk about Allods Online, the highly anticipated Russian MMORPG, free-to-play MMORPG. Let me go and get that out of the way real quick. You guys probably read it like this. Russian-made free-to-play MMORPG, $1.2 million to make. That's a lot of money, but I don't know if it's $1.2 million or if it's 1.2 million Russian pesos or if it's 1.2 million Mexican euros or Hyrulean rupees. I have no idea. But 1.2 million of anything is a lot, so I'm gonna assume that they dumped a whole lot of cash into this thing. Why don't we go and just get started?
So the first thing I want to do is kind of get rid of this whole idea that this is just another World of Warcraft clone. You know, it's very important that you recognize that this is, you know, it's its own. Oh, I'm just kidding. But could you blame me? I mean, so I'm sure there's lore and all the other nonsense that nobody cares about, but here's what I know. There's two factions, and in each faction you have 3 races. There's several different class combinations you can have with each race. I have no idea how many there are. There's just a lot. I'm just gonna pick one and get in here and just kind of cycle through all the different characters and various things, and so you just kind of get a general idea of how in-depth character creation is here. Let's see. First, let's go ahead and cycle through the females. As you can see, there's a lot of detail that goes into each one. Several different class race combinations. Let's go ahead and let's check out the males now. See, fucking swole. As you can see, there's a huge size difference between. Oh, Jesus Christ! Let's go ahead and customize this guy just for a second. See, that's not bad. Not bad at all. So let's see the female orc versions here. See what they look like. Oh, certainly more attractive than the than our other counterpart. Lots of different combinations of looks that actually look different. Is rather impressive for a free-to-play MMO, in my opinion. Let's see, we can flip through the white chicks real quick, just kind of see what they look like. Kind of randomize, get a general idea of all the different hairstyles, blah, blah, blah. On the flip side, and as a side note, I find it amusing that these guys are called Kenyans. Lol. And of course, no fantasy MMO would be complete without elves. These guys actually have wings. And then there's these guys. If you've heard of Allods, you've probably heard of the Gibberlings. And for a good reason, because I kind of hate to say this, but seriously, the cutest fucking characters in probably any free-to-play MMORPG, period. I mean, look, she's got a bunny. Really? These 3 little bunny characters they have a bunny. Ah, kills me. Just want to hug them. Oh, by the way, did I mention that the flying elf chicks come pre-equipped with Victoria's Secret starter gear? Just, I wasn't sure if they, you know, it's pre-installed. I just want to let you guys know. And don't get all mesmerized by how boss-ass your character looks and get all hard in the pants like, yeah, I'm about to start this bitch up. Because as soon as you hit create, womp, 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 womp. That's right. Oh wow. So happy. I got a scarf and a chunk of plywood as my starter gear. Woohoo! Let's get started. I picked the Gibberlings, named after my favorite Animaniacs characters, Wacko, Yakko, and Don King. Let's go. So, being 2 factions, despite the number of different races they have 2 starting zones. We're gonna cover the League starting zone today. Next time we'll talk about the Imperial starting zone. Obviously, we're gonna start with the Gibberlings, so please allow me to go ahead and get all the silly animations out of my system here.
This is a moment of truth. This is our hour, the hour of light's triumph. And when astral ships are flying.
It's obvious that Allods Online wants you to know right off the bat that they are not messing around. In the tutorial starting zone, you get to fight rats, humans, manticore, some magic elementals, some freaking zombies, and whatever this guy is. I mean, they're just throwing it at you, like, right off the bat. It's like, look at the assortment of mobs that we have in this game. Kudos to them, because in the starting zone, everything blows up. There's explosions everywhere, and you're fighting all those crazy random things. It's, you know, they're keeping it pretty interesting. And now that you're out of the tutorial and in the actual starter zone, it's time to start the actual starter quests, which are pretty much your standard kill X of this, gather some of that, blah blah blah, pick some berries from trees and shit, kill some snakes, take out Bambi. It's the standard stuff. You have to expect this kind of thing because that's the norm for MMOs. But the stack of arrows through the forehead thing, that's a little new to me. So everything so far has been pretty vague, kind of a general overview and all that stuff, and I don't want to leave you like that. I couldn't do it. I want to kind of touch on some of the things that's different in Allods than, let's say, World of Warcraft or Ion or several of the other MMOs that are out right now. First, your casters, some of them, I don't know if all of them, but I know for sure some of them, you can preload some of your 3 to 6 second cast spells. So what does that mean? That means that you don't have to have a target to actually cast a spell and then essentially hold it. So your character's walking around with this ball of fire in his hand, just waiting to unleash it on somebody. Second, when you cast the same spell over and over again, or I guess the same school of spells over and over again, you start to generate this debuff. Now, I'm not sure if this is the way this works, but this debuff will, or has the potential to unleash damage on you. It could benefit you by giving you mana, or it could unleash damage on the target. It's totally random. Yay RNG, right? And also, there is stealth in the game. I don't know what particular class it is that use it. I know that the Ranger or Scout class, whichever one the Gibberlings here are, I forget, they have the ability to use stealth. Keep in mind, it's on a 5-minute cooldown, so use it sparingly.
All right, so we're gonna stop right there. I have a ton of stuff still waiting to show you guys. I just couldn't squeeze it all into the first episode, so make sure you check it out next week. If you have any questions, problems, concerns, @IamTheMikeB. Awesome shirt. See ya.